Hello, hello, this is Simone. Today I am going to show you my June planner setup. And as you can see, there is two planners because I am changing things up again. And that is why, because the first week of June is our last week of school and we will not have to do many activities. We will be traveling a little bit, and I know for sure that I am not going to need a planner on a daily basis. So I have decided to do my memory keeping and planning in one planner and social media planning and the rest in this. So I'm starting with my personal size Daisy Dory and Foxy Fix, and I'll tell you a bit about this. And then I'll tell you what I'm going to do in my June journal. So this is a Foxy Fix number 4. I think it is not, I think this was made before they actually changed the sizes to number 4. I don't really know what size or make this is. I think it is a dyed bay leather. It looks, right now the camera is really over exposing this. It is a really very pretty turquoise color with a greenish tint. That is why I added this green elastic, but I just bought a mint restrap kit from Foxy Fix and I can't wait to put this in there. So it has 4 strands and I added this little clip from Coco Daisy from their June planner kit to the elastic. That's where I like keeping these kinds of clips. This notebook cover does not have pockets on the front or on the back, but that doesn't really matter at all because I don't need them here. I have my wallet insert on the first elastic, and I actually keep my bank cards and my change in here, so that is really just for money. Then I have my hand and self-made folder. I just bought 2 days ago. I ordered dashboards and adhesive pockets from Foxy Fix, but they're not here yet, and I don't even know how this will look and how I'm going to change it out. But that's why I'm showing you my setup right now, because this is what I think it will look like. So I made a dashboard from a dashboard. This is a Coco Daisy personal dashboard. I cut it down a little bit because it wouldn't fit in the real size. Then I just added a die cut from the die cut pack and a little bit of embellishment right here. I stapled this and then I added some washi tape to the back just to make the staples not stick to everything. And then I added one of the puffy hearts from the puffy clip topper sticker sheet. And I then just used my Sharpie to outline the whole thing. I thought that would really give it a nice touch. And then I even tried to make a shadow, because this quote says, or I don't know if it's a quote, it says, "Turn your face toward the sun and the shadows will fall behind you." So I made the shadows fall behind the flamingo. In here I have still stuff from May, because it's still May. I have some of the sticky note paper. I have some of my notepad in here. Here are my stickers and my washi samples. The cleaning list is not working. And if you don't know what I did in May, April and March, I used my Coco Daisy insert for daily planning. So every page was one day. I had an exercise or step tracker in the front on the monthly page here. I have a meal plan on this set page, and I have goals on this page. That is how I always set up my planner. So for June, this will be in my standard Midori Traveler's Notebook. I will come back to that later. So for May, this is how I used it. I just added all of my to-dos up here, appointments in the afternoon down here. This is today. I still need to clean my kitchen. I usually use a clip as a page marker for the day. And then I want to show you what the cool sticky notes from the June planner kit can actually do. They have their sticky right here. So you can use this end of the sticky note as a tab that hangs out of your, see, like that. And since I still haven't managed to call the dentist, I wrote down all of the information right here. This is what I need to do on Tuesday because it's not open today. And yeah, if I won't get to it on Tuesday, I can just take this and move it to the next day. Isn't that cool? I really love that. Yeah, that's not something I found out. I was told by Arlie, the designer who makes all of these cool things, that this sticky note actually works like that. So this is something you need to keep in mind. So I will definitely move this out of my planner when May is over. I do not need this in here. There's no information that I could use for June, so it just will bulk up my traveler's notebook, and I want to have it light for June, so I don't need to have this in there. Here is my setup for June. I used acetate paper, no, it's not paper, it's an acetate sheet that I received from April Lily, and I just cut it down to size. And I just wanted to see what it looks like. I watched several traveler's notebook setups, and a lot of people have these in their traveler's notebooks, and I thought, if I never try and see what they look like and how they work for me, I will never find out if I like them or not. And so far, I really like it. So this is from American Crafts from the Heart Day collection. And again, I added a puffy heart sticker. I really liked how it complemented the June cover of my personal Daisy Dory. But it's still not too themey, so I can definitely reuse this on some other notebook cover. I could probably just add it around May and it would still look good. So I have an acetate that I just cut. I folded it in half, and then I used my hole punch to make a really tiny hole here so that the elastic will fit in there nicely and it won't move. I covered my personal size Daisy Dory with pattern paper from the planner kit, a dashboard that I cut down, a sticker from a sticker sheet that I had in my stash, this June sticker that's a label from the planner, from the pretty sticker sheet. I will show this to you where it is. From this sticker sheet right here, up here, that's where this comes from. And these cork flamingos are in the Day in the Life kit for May. And I really loved how this looked here. And since there weren't any puffy stickers in the June planner kit, I thought this would look perfect as a front cover, right? I really love it. So this month and for July, so this is what I'm going to do. I will use this for 2 months. I am going to use this as my social media planner. We need to work on the design team plan for July, August, and September. and I just need to have a place where I can jot down ideas, where I can write down things. And so this is what I'm going to use the blank pages for. And for the front calendar, I just wrote down when there will be blog posts, planner blog posts on the Coco Daisy blog, when people are doing Saturday seminars and Tuesday talks in the Coco Daisy Planner Fans group. And well, the 28th is reveal, and that's what I noted down here too. I made a list for all of the people in the planner team. I wrote down what my responsibility is, and then I use this as a weekly spread. So June starts on a Thursday, and so I just added these stickers here, and these are new this month. You can use these to add them into the flags here, but I wanted to see what it looked like when I put them on top. Different look, same outcome. So I just changed it up and put it inside and then put it on top. So I just simply dated the insert, and the front of the insert will be June. So there is a partial week here, and then it has 5 double pages. So I can completely add in June in the front. The back is not used yet, and I will not use it until July. I don't know how I'm going to date that and what I'm going to use. I have stamps, and I will find a way to make this my July social media planner. Well, not social media planner, design team planner. And the blank pages in here I will use for my ideas, for things I need to check with Coco Daisy and everything else. And everything that I need to do that has to do with design team work and filming YouTube videos and stuff that has to do with social media goes here. And I will not make this pretty at all. There will be just pencil, and I will just jot down my list every day. That's what I'm going to use this personal Daisy Dory for. And when July comes around, and I might use my July personal size Daisy Dory for my planning, then this and my July will just be in one of my personal traveler's notebook covers. Then I have, as per usual, I have my monthly calendar, my monthly overview here. And again, wanted to try out vellum, and I found this awesome, is that called ombre? When it's changing colors in my stash. I have had it for at least 10 years. And I just lightly stuck down these pineapples so that I can take them off if I want to. This is an insert from Paper Penguin Co. And I haven't started adding any of the things that I need yet. I just made it a little bit pretty. I chose some coordinating washi tapes. This is from the Coco Daisy planner kit. This is from the Coco Daisy planner add-on kit. And the rest of the washi is from my stash. I try to pick some colors that coordinate with the washis from the kit. And then I marked marked Father's Day. I marked when I'm meeting someone, Coco Daisy reveal, as well as when my parents are coming to visit. So this is why I don't need a real big planner in June, because we are just going to be and go places. I added this tab here, and then I found this die cut that says I dream of summer in the die cut pack, and I really liked that they had the same design, so I put that right here. So monthly view, And then I added another acetate in for my, it is called bullet journal. I do not bullet journal in a very, what would you call it, on a daily basis. This is what houses my collections. So in a bullet journal, you have your weekly spreads, your monthly spreads, and you have collections. And you could say that I take the planning outside of the bullet journal into my Coco Daisy inserts. But I have collections, just collections of lists. So, yeah, I have budget tracker here, a spring cleaning list that I haven't really started yet, ideas for spring break, so this is done. I added another list down here because I didn't want to waste all of the page. So these are projects I have to finish. Things we want to do in Lake Tahoe, things we want to do in Sacramento in May. Haven't started that list yet. My budget tracker for May, so I added this paper clip from the June planner add-on here so that I can find this more easily, and when we switch to June, I will take this and add it to my budget tracker for June. I have a list for my Daisy Dory ideas for the mini Daisy Dory. Haven't even started using that. I need more hours in my day. Sewing projects I want to do, where I want to go in California and explore, things I need, things I want, movies I want to watch, things that work well as gifts, things my mom needs to bring me from Germany, things I want to journal about and maybe do scrapbooking layouts, scrapbooking techniques I want to try. And then here is my budget tracker for June. So that's the collections that are in this bullet journal, and I have this acetate where I actually rounded the corners with my corner rounder, and it worked quite well. Around this I have this again vellum around my monthly insert, my bi-monthly design team insert, and my May insert. So that is what's going to go on in this planner or traveler's notebook cover in June. And so now let's clean this up again. I have two inserts in this Midori traveler's notebook. There it's a Midori made in Thailand. I have 3 glass beads on my elastic. I have had them on there since the beginning and I will never take them off because I just love how they look on there. And there is this pouch insert that I have around my June. I haven't made a dashboard or anything. I love this pineapple card, but I just stuck it in here. On the inside I have some sticky notes, memo pad, just as I had in here. I decorated the cover of my June insert like this. This is a dashboard and I just cut the circles out and the writing and stuck them on here. And this is a pattern paper from the planner kit. I used a notebook punch and then I just glued it on, but I actually bind my inserts with thread. So I punch holes. I take out the staples. I use the holes from the staples and then I punch a 5th hole and then I just thread them in up and down, up and down, up and down, going up, and then I'm going back down, and then I'm tying a knot, cutting down the thread, and then I have them re-threaded. So I just did that with the pattern paper. I will be using the monthly view as my exercise tracker. I want to still keep track of my steps in June, even though we have visitors. This is my meal plan. These are my June goals that I haven't set yet. I added a tab because, again, as in my personal size insert, the grid pages will be my planner. So if you watch I think it's my May Throwback Thursday video, I will link it in the description box below. I wrote down my plans, and then I went back at the end of the day or at the end of the week and just journaled about what we did, what happened, something funny, and if I had written down my plans in black, I would journal in another color so you could actually see what was the planning and what was the journaling. And this is exactly what I'm planning to do in June. So I just stamped these stamps from the Cocoa Daisy May Day in the Life kit. There were days of the week stamps included, so I stamped them. I used these stickers from the planner add-on kit to date all of the weeks, and I just stamped them on there. So June has 30 days, it's a Friday, and that is actually all I'm going to expect from myself to be doing in June. I want to jot down notes, or if I have plans, if I need to do something, I want to have a place for my personal plans to be able to put them here. We still have a week of school left, so I definitely need a place for the practices and stuff that need to go somewhere. And then we have travel plans, we want to go places, we need to figure out what we're going to have for lunch, because lunch is not in school anymore. And so I'm planning on using this space for dinner and lunch plans and plans for things we want to do, travel plans, and journaling. The rest of the notebook will be my journal. So if you watched, I will link them below again, my journal flip-throughs. I expect to either journal as I go, depending on how I can keep up with visitors or not, or go back at the end of the month and fill in things we did. We are going away, we are going to do a lot of things with my parents, so there will be a lot of things that happen, and this is where I'm going to add photos, where I'm going to write about all of this. I will have one currently page, just like in all of my other journals, where it's just about me, selfie, and what I'm watching, what I'm listening, what I'm loving, what I'm wanting, and stuff like that. That's what's definitely going to be in here. And then, let's just see how that works out. Why am I changing things up again? Since I have found Planner Piece, I think that I do not need daily pages for summertime. And the worst thing that happens is when I start setting up a month and then I completely fail at filling the insert. That is more frustrating than changing things up and adjusting them to my needs. And again, linked in the description box below. If you watched my Planner Piece videos, you know that I realized that it doesn't really depend on that one setup or that one insert that I need. Planner Piece for me is changing things up so that I can use it as best as I can. And I think that I know that if I was going to use a journal or, an insert as a daily planner, I would be frustrated a lot at the end of the month. And so having a weekly spread for plans and journaling, and then not having the expectation of having this filled up by the end of the month and leaving room for all of the great things we're going to experience, I think, yeah, that's the way to go. So when I'm going away, I will, for a longer time, I will definitely take that. I do not know if I'm going to take my photo printer or if I'm going to take a lot of stuff, because again, my expectation, and I know myself well, I have never journaled when I was away. So my expectation and the only thing that I want at the end of the day is to journal what we did in this kind of thing after there were plans. So if this is what I'm planning, then I'm just adding, we ate ice cream here and he had this flavor, I had this flavor, and he had this flavor, and went to the movies, stick down a ticket, done. Maybe this is the way to go, maybe not. I hope this was helpful for you, at least, or if the only thing you take from this is that summertime might be different than the rest of the year and you might need to adjust your planner system, then yay, I'm happy with that. I don't want anybody to be frustrated with their planner, and especially feel like a failure because you're not planning. A planner is supposed to help you, and not you are chastised by a planner. I have been talking for 26 minutes now, so I'm going to stop and hope you made it until the end. Thank you so much for your time. I really love all of you subscribers. I really love all of your comments and likes, and I will see you next time. Bye.